So good afternoon, all of you. Today we're discussing about digital components. So in the beginning of this classes, we can simply discuss about computer organization. So in that class, we will discuss or discuss it about various components of the digital system. What is a computer and what is the special organization of the computer in detailed. So if you have any doubts, means you simply take the some small verification and verification view and review on the topic. So here we're discussing about digital components. So what we are depends on various components on the digital computer, digital system. So we know. So basically, when you carefully observe the computer system or digital computer system, so we need the input devices at the same time to represent the output data means output devices. So between input devices and output devices, we want the one mediator is called processor, like a CPU. So when we carefully observe in the structure of the digital computer, we have to maintain the data. We have to maintain the information into some kind of blocks. BLOCK, block. Input block, output block, process block, control blocks, and a memorized block. So we want computer for what? Not only processing the data, not only input the data, not only output the data, not only manage the data. So we have to capture the data. So capture is called storing the data. It is called memorize the data. So means one simple data will be depends on some various kind of blocks. So we can read as those blocks are called as components. So each block will be controlled by, managed by some kind of components. We know I'm simply typing here Tara Government College by using the keyboard. Within seconds or fraction of the seconds of the time, we will simply produce the output as a Tara Government College. So whatever the user will be given, that only displayed, that only manipulated on the screen, how it is possible? We simply put a one question mark here. But the background operation of the computer will be controlled by some kind of components. So we need these components for what? To manage the data, to organize the data, to organize the computer. We know the combination of these total components will be make a structure. It is called computer architecture. So architecture will be depends on organization. Architecture and organization will be given as a system that is called digital system, that is called computer system. So for the examination purpose, so how it is possible to write and which are called as components and how we have to classify the components of the digital computer. So as per my knowledge, I have to simply design some information about the components. So first of all, we should know how it is to define the components of the digital computer and different components of the digital device, like a mobile, like a laptop, like a computer. Yes, computer having some special language is called binary language. It is called binary language. Why? Because the input will be received by the computer as a binary system by the combination of 0 and 1 is there. By the help of these two, by the help of these 2 bytes, we can simply represent the normal language will be converted as a binary language. The binary language will be converted into plain language or normal language. Normal to binary, binary to normal. This is the structure of the components of digital computer. So in your mind, we can simply draw one diagram. Plain text will be converted as a binary text. Binary text will be converted as a plain text. Once again, means input, output will be depend on the plain language. Between these two conversion, the conversion process will be taken by the binary code, like a 0 and 1. So beginning with 0 and 1, I don't know, but anyway, the combination of 0 and 1 is the process of the binary code of the input data to the output data. సో ఈ కన్వర్షన్ కావాలి అంటే మనకి కొన్ని కాంపోనెంట్స్ కావాలి. సో we need some components. So what are there? I am writing here. Digital components are the fundamental building blocks of digital system. Just I told, including computers and other electronic devices. Electronic devices, everything will be depends on a circuit, electronic circuit. Why? Because it's purely known as electronic device. All electronic device will be stands on the particular system is called biosystem, basic input output system. These biosystem always depends on integrated circuits. Integrated circuits like flip-flops, sequence circuits, combinational circuits, and logical circuits, everything, etc., etc. Everything is possible. So these circuits will be taken the responsibility to represent the input will be displayed as an output. That only I'm writing here. These components used to design integrated circuits, perform logical operations, maintain the data storage, and control function using binary signals like a 0 and 1. Basically, the digital components of the digital devices or electronic devices are classified into the following categories. Number one, logic gates. You have full experience about this word. Decoders, encoders. Just I told. These two words will be depends on plain text to binary text to plain text. Decoding, encoding, encryption, decryption. So listen carefully here. For example, in the outside, the normal text will be taken by the one kind of secret code. So for example, I am taking here 143, for example. So you know that is called purely digital number, numerical number. You can treat as 143 is called I hate you. For example, so the second person received that 143, he has to realize 143 is called I hate you. Means the normal text will be converted as a secret code. Secret code will be converted as a plain text. So between these two, middle, something we can simply implement it like a different, like a coding system, like a coding language. That is a part of security. That is a part of data security. Here also, I am taking here, that is in the previous topic, I think you have the experience about this word is called cryptography. I think you have the experience or not, I don't know. But anyway, అంటే ఈ వర్డ్ పైన మీకు కొద్ది గ్రిప్ ఉందో లేదో తెలియదండి. క్రిప్టోగ్రఫీలో ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టుగానే ఒక ప్లేన్ టెక్స్ట్ని కోడింగ్ అంటే దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ సైఫర్ అంటారండి. ప్లేన్ టెక్స్ట్ నుంచి సైఫర్ టెక్స్ట్, సైఫర్ టెక్స్ట్ నుంచి ప్లేన్ టెక్స్ట్ అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? ప్లేన్ టు సైఫర్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఎన్క్రిప్షన్, సైఫర్ టు ప్లేన్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ డిక్రిప్షన్. అర్థమైందండి? ప్లేన్ టెక్స్ట్ని సైఫర్ టెక్స్ట్గా మార్చడాన్ని ఎన్క్రిప్షన్ అంటారు. సైఫర్ టెక్స్ట్ని ప్లేన్ టెక్స్ట్గా మార్చడాన్ని డిక్రిప్షన్ అంటారు. ఇందాక మీకు చెప్పానండి, ఐ హేట్ యూ అనేది నార్మల్ లాంగ్వేజ్, ఇస్ అ ప్లేన్ టెక్స్ట్. ఇట్ విల్ బి కన్వర్ట్ యాజ్ అ 143. ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ సైఫర్. 143 again convert as a I hate you. Is clear now? Means the conversion between these two, input and output, automatically between something is done by the operation. That will be taken by the own responsibility of the different components. Different components. అంటే మీ క్రిప్టోగ్రఫీలో ఏం చేస్తున్నారండి? ప్లేన్ టెక్స్ట్ని సైఫర్గా మారుస్తున్నారు, దాన్ని ఏమంటారు? ఎన్క్రిప్షన్ అంటారు. సైఫర్ టెక్స్ట్ని మళ్ళీ ప్లేన్ టెక్స్ట్గా మారుస్తున్నారు, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ డిక్రిప్షన్ అంటారు. That is called decryption, encryption. Here also, decoders, encoders. Decryption, encryption. Is clear, no? So we can simply change something, normal to cipher, cipher to normal. Is clear? That is called conversion. The conversion is taken by the special components is called as decoders, encoders. Multiplexers, memory devices like a RAM and ROM, and registers like a dictionary. So these are called some kind of components, digital components in the electronic circuits. So I'm taking the explanation about everything about into detailed explanation like logical gates or logic gates. You have fully experience about this word and topic and information. So these are the basic building blocks of digital circuits performing logical operations like a AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, NAND gate, NOR, and XOR gate. They are typically implemented using transistors like a circuits. Like a circuits. It's clear, no? Transistor is a pure depends on the integrated circuits are there. So these circuits will be taken by the various type of gates is called logical gates. So here mainly we're discussing about circuits. So circuits is like a skeleton acting as a cell skeleton to represent input as a output, input as a output. I'm typing the keyboard on the keyboard like a Tara means Tara will display between Tara, your typing and display keyboard to monitor automatically between. We can simply converting the text into binary text, binary to plain text. It's clear now? So this is taken by the one kind of integrated circuit system, ICS. Then we go to here decoders. Decoder nothing but these circuits convert encoded binary signals into more recognizable output format, output form. So what I am giving that only represented. Often used in the memory addressing or for selecting specific outputs. So I'm typing the Tara means Tara only display. That is called a plain to binary system taken by the integrated circuit. మీరు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఇన్పుట్ని బైనరీ టెక్స్ట్గా మార్చారు, బైనరీ కోడ్గా మార్చారు. సో ఇన్పుట్ కోడ్ టు బైనరీ కోడ్ taken by the decoders. Again, what is called binary code to again plain code. It is called an encoder. But the meaning ఏంటి, the data will be depends on two ways, two operations, like a plain to binary, binary to plain. Decoding, encoding, decoding, encoding. Is clear now? Thus, a simple information will be depends on decoding and encoding is there. I am writing here encoders. These circuits convert a set of binary signals into compressed and encoded form, like an output. Then multiplexers. Multiplex is nothing but multi means more than two. So more than two inputs will be displayed as a single output using some kind of signal. And the meaning it is single signal ద్వారా మనకు కావాల్సిన మల్టీ ఇన్పుట్స్ ని వన్ అవుట్పుట్ గా డిస్ప్లే చేయడం. సో మెనీ మీన్స్ మోర్ దెన్ టూ ఇన్పుట్స్ will be displayed as an output with a signal. By using simple signal, many inputs will be represented as a single output. That is called multiplexers. I am writing here, these allow multiple input signals to be selected and transmitted over a single output line. Single output line acting as a data switch. Which means more than two inputs will be displayed as a one output. You can imagine here many to one. Many signals, input signals will be represented into the one output signal by using signal. Input, many inputs will be represented as one output. It is called multiplexer. But reverse of the multiplexer, demultiplexer, means one input signal will be represented into many outputs. Many outputs through a single signal. Many to one is called multiplexer. One to many is called as demultiplexer. So based on this experience, we can simply imagine multiplexer means many input will be displayed as a one output through a signal is called multiplexer. One input signal will be transmitted through one signal, then display as a many outputs. It is called as demultiplexer. ఇక్కడ ఏం కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కావద్దునా, మెనీ టు వన్ అయితే అది మల్టీప్లెక్సర్ అవుతుంది, వన్ టు మెనీ అవుతే అది demultiplexer అవుతుంది. And register is there. Register means what? Like a dictionary, like a directory. So we can store the encrypted, decrypted data like a sequential pattern. So we can store, which kind of data is possible to store here? These are digital circuits that hold and store binary data, often used for temporary storage or in sequential circuits. Sequence circuits. Registers means what? Directories. So we can simply implement the one data, then second data, third data, fourth data, fifth, like a sequentially, one by one. So this kind of sequential arrangement of the data is called as a directory. The alternate name of directory is called as a dictionary. The dictionary alternate is called as registers, like a registers, one by one. And go to memory device. It's a very, very important block in the computer. Why? Because there is no memorize. What is the purpose to use the computer? We can't. We can't expecting. How can you say it is my file? After saving, after store. But there is no storage location. How it is possible to say it is my file? We can't expect. So means memory block is a very, very important block in the digital or electronic computer system. I'm writing here. So memory device will be classified into many two categories. RAM and ROM is there. Random access memory, read-only memory. So random access for what? Temporary storage for data and instructions. Temporary. It is called temporary memory or primary memory. So ROM is called permanent storage. Once you save means permanently stored, like a long time storage. It is called secondary storage, secondary memory. I'm writing here temporary storage for data and instructions allowing fast access and modification. So we can access the data is a fast, modify the data within seconds of time. And ROM is called read-only memory. It is called what? Permanent storage for programs and data that do not need to be changed. Once you store, we can't. We can't change. It's clear now? So integrated circuits is a very, very, it's like a nerve system. Simply say that. So how the nerve systems are very important to our human body means like that. The computer also electron device which is passing the electricity to the circuits by using circuits. That is called integrated circuits. So these are small complex chips containing many digital components like a condensers, like a capacitors, like a transistors, often used for implementing complex logic functions. So why? Because the input data or input device will be current to the CPU means we can simply passing through one kind of circuit are there. And what is called printer is the output device connected to the CPU having one kind of circuit is there. But input operation is different, output operation is different. But both devices is not stand on the same circuit. Special circuit for the input device, output device. Why? Because keyboard is not similar to the printer. Printer is different, keyboard is different. So that time both devices will be stand on the different kind of circuits, different kind of integrated circuits. That is called integrated circuit block. So this is called a small information about various components of digital computer and electronic computer. So I hope all of you may be catching the valuable information from this class. Take a number of reviews up to you realize. So if you have any doubts, simply put an underline in your notes. I will explain once again in the physical class. Thank you. Thank you very much.